Fortnite is in one of the strangest spots it's ever been in because the game feels amazing right now, but behind the scenes, it's not. Over 1,000 people at Epic Games just lost their jobs. All of this is happening mainly because Fortnite has been losing engagement since 2025. They said straight up that they've been spending more money than they've been making, and they had to make major cuts in order to stabilize the company. Now, this is taken directly from what Tim Sweeney said in this article. Despite Fortnite remaining one of the most successful games in the world, we've had challenges delivering consistent Fortnite magic with every season. And because of that, we're already starting to see the effects. Some game modes are completely getting shut down, and a lot of people who helped build Fortnite into what it is today are just gone. And this whole situation just throws me off because in my last video, I enthusiastically showcased how great this season is. So the timing and all of this is just bad, and it overshadows the current success that we're seeing. But at the same time, myself and many others, we've all seen that Fortnite hasn't been focusing on what made it great. There was a great shift with the direction of the game. The game just started to become more than just a battle royale. With UEFN, creative maps, all these different kinds of modes that we have been getting in the past few chapters, it all feels like they're trying to compete with everything, especially games like Roblox. And with all of this happening in the background, Battle Royale, the thing that obviously made Fortnite into what it is today, it started getting less focus. The updates felt a lot slower. A lot of the things that we were getting, a lot of the content that we were getting each season, it all felt recycled, and people were just playing less and less as the seasons rolled by. So now fast forward to today, and you have a game that is spending millions and millions of dollars trying to build this bigger vision, you know, this whole UEFN, giving money to maps that, you know, are just bland, and you know, a lot of them are slop. But the core of the game, the main thing that should be focused on, which is Battle Royale, it just isn't holding players the same way that I used to back then. And when that happens, eventually something has to give. And this is where I think that a lot of people are understanding and seeing the real problem for what it is. It's not just the updates being slower, it's not just the modes not performing, it's that Fortnite doesn't feel as focused as it used to. Back then, everything was done with intention. Like, you really had to be there to witness it. The updates, the events, the story, the direction of the game, even the smallest amount of changes, all felt like it was building towards something much more important. Something that, like I said, you just had to be there to witness it. You just had to be there. And right now, it just feels like the game is being pulled into a whole different, you know, bunch of directions. Like, they're like, you know, it's all scattered all over the place. You have Battle Royale, you have obviously creative, the UEFN, this whole metaverse that is trying to be built, all these different ideas, and none of it feels connected like it used to. To the regular Fortnite player, it just, you know, it doesn't make sense. And I think that's where the real issue stands. It's not that Fortnite is trying new things. The game can try all the new things that it wants, of course, you know, in the long term, the more that it evolves, the better. The problem here is, though, that the game has lost its identity. I mean, when you take a look back at Fortnite's early days, there was a lot of storytelling, the live events were amazing, and there was a feeling that everything had a purpose, everything mattered. And now, like I said, everything just feels all over the place. And I'm not gonna sit here and say that everything that they've tried up to this point has been bad. Some of it had real potential, and even today it still has potential. But when you move too far from the core, when you move too far from what made the game great, when you move too far from what the game really is, you risk losing the reason people showed up in the first place. And on top of that, Fortnite isn't competing with itself anymore. The expectations on this game keep getting higher and higher and higher. Every season has to feel bigger, every season has to feel better and more exciting. And if it doesn't, then people just move on. And right now, it's not just other games in the same space as Fortnite, but you know, you've got games like GTA 6 right around the corner. Game that's obviously going to be pulling everybody's attention. So this moment right now, it matters a lot more than you think. But at the same time, We're not just talking about the game. Over 1,000 people just lost their jobs. A lot of amazing people worked on this game for years. People who helped build the game that we've had the honor of playing all these years. And, you know, just like that, everything changes for them. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I fully understand what they're going through, because I don't. But I do understand what it feels like to lose something that's important and not knowing what comes after. And one thing I truly believe is that God is closest to people in moments like that. God is close to the brokenhearted, to the people that are facing adversity, troubles like this one. But going back to the game side of things, this is a turning point. Fortnite doesn't really have the room anymore to keep on messing up. They can't keep losing focus. Right now, they're at a crossroads. Like they really need to lock in. I hope this serves as a wake-up call to, you know, everyone that is still working at Epic, and of course at Tim, that you can't really drift too far away from what made the game special to people. Again, in the article, he says, what we now need to do is clear. Build awesome Fortnite experiences with fresh seasonal content, gameplay, story, and live events. To me, I mean, it's like wasn't that obvious in the first place? You know, like, I get that this whole metaverse and UEFN, like, you know, you're trying to build towards a future, but not at the expense of Battle Royale, you know, turning into the second thing. I've always believed that if this game wants to grow, Battle Royale needs to be the main point. And right now, all of the decisions that they make moving forward, everything matters. The next few seasons that we have coming up, they're gonna say a lot about where this game really is headed. And I hope, really do hope, that they turn this around for the better. Because the crazy thing here is that, you know, the potential is still there. You can feel it in this season. I love this season. We've been at it for more than a week, and I really do like it. I trust the team, and of course, even with Ted Timmons, made a bold statement mentioning how this could be a top 5 season ever when it's all said and done. And I really do agree with that. This is all the start of something better, the start of something new. Because as I mentioned in my previous video, the game is starting to feel like Fortnite again. And maybe this, you know, very unfortunate situation that we have here on our hands, it's been the topic of discussion these past few days, is what forces Fortnite to go back to what made it great in the first place. Now, I do think I need to make this statement obvious. I don't think that this is the end for Fortnite, but I do think that this is one of those moments that really matters. And I can't really say for sure what the future holds, but I remain hopeful because I've been playing this game since the very beginning, and I've stuck with it through thick and thin, and I will keep on doing the same until the very end. We'll just have to see what they do next. So until next time, thank you all for watching, and God bless.